Peace and blessings, everyone. It's me, it's the coach. I'm here today to give you something a little bit different. Now, I know normally I talk about sports. That's what I'm, for the most part, good at. I mean, I get sports, I understand sports. It's been a big topic of my life. But another big topic in my life is a certain part of music, hip hop music. Now, with me, music is universal. I'm a very eclectic type of person. Yes, I love hip hop, R&B, jazz. I love pop. I love rock. I love metal. I even like a little classical from time to time. So, you know, and I'm even just a little bit getting into country. But the main point is, I love music. Just like you guys, you all have different genres of music that you love, that you appreciate. So, and in honor of hip hop, rap music reaching the big 50, 50 years. And going back to those days, back to my high school days, who would have thought? But in honor of it reaching the big 50, I wanted to give you guys a list. Now, there's different points of the list. Like when I initially did this, I figured, okay, maybe 20, 25 songs and, chop it down from there. But I kept going. And all of this I did from off the top of my head. I didn't do any research. I didn't even go into my libraries, with Apple Music or Amazon or anything like that. I just sat and I thought. And more than likely, I missed some songs that, I really did appreciate throughout the years. But, I said I wanted to stay true and just do it off of what I thought and how I felt. Now, like I said initially, I thought I would give you 2025. I mean, give me 2025 and then I would chop it down. But I ended up with 60, 70 songs. And I kept saying to myself, whoa, wait a minute. Hip hop has had that big of an influence on my life that there's so many great songs that just thinking off the top of my head that I love. And I said, I know if I go into my library, I can easily probably come up with 200 songs. So this is kind of why with, the the 50-year anniversary, everything that's been going on, I said, oh, you know what? It's really had a big influence on my life. So let me do this list. So now, my criteria has been, of course, lyrical flow with the artist, the music. Yes, that's important. Cultural impact. Whether it's socially or the way we dress. Because back in the days when I was young, you had the big gold chains, the two, three, four, five finger rings. You had all of that. You had, in high school for me it was Lee jeans. You even stitched up your seam. You had Adidas or suede Pumas. Things like that. Gazelles with the lenses popped out at that. Kangos. I mean, you had it all. So you had the Adidas jumpsuits. Again, that's what I mean by cultural influence. Um, it was just those factors that I really used. Um, I really didn't put a lot of what society said because I wanted to keep this true to me. And that's the reason why, I created this list. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that up. But before I do that, if you're new to my channel, make sure you Subscribe and hit the notification. And everybody, please share and like on all your social media platforms. I really appreciate it. You guys really helped me out in growing the channel. And this is another way that I wanted to give back to you guys to, thank you guys. And you know what? Stir up the bait. Because I'm telling you, some of you are going to sit here and look at my list and be like, what? What is Coach talking about? There's going to be some, well, where's such and such? Where's such and such? Now, please keep in mind, there are those who, when I looked at the list that didn't make anything, I said, oh man, I could even put them in, but I didn't want to make it too long. My honorable mention list is, it's not lengthy, but it's somewhat lengthy. So without further ado, let me jump into the honorable mention. But let me just say this. Before most of you guys kill me, where is this one or that one? I'm telling you, they're probably there on a list that just didn't make it. And there's some heavy hitters. There are some really heavy hitters here who, just didn't make it. And I'm looking at it now and I'm shaking my head like, wow. But hey, here it goes. On my honorable mention list, I have Arrested Development, Das Effects, Naughty by Nature, Gangstar, Public Enemy, Ice Cube, Kendrick Lamar, MC Light, Nas, Method Man and Redman, them together as a group, not individually, Ja Rule the Damager, and Wu-Tang Clan. So, now there's some heavy hitters on there. There's some really great ones. There's some, I already know some of you are going to say, who? And you're going to say on others, why are they in there? But hey, this is my list. You want your list? You create yours. Now, I have 7 that just missed the cut for the top 10. And the reason why I say just missed the cut, because they could easily be in there, and I really killed myself. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not like I said earlier. I went over this for several weeks, and then I fine-tuned it the past few days. And even yesterday, I was going back and forth with this. And I said, you know what? Let me just go with this because I really do like my top 10. So, and I do understand the ones that just missed the cut. So, but here we go. Big Pun. I mean, wow, Big Pun is just, there was just so much. I mean, number one, for a big dude, me being a big dude, he meant a lot to me just in that alone. But then when you listen to the way he flowed, and then, he was like one of the real first Latinos that I really got into in hip hop. And I was just like, wow, his skills is just there, man. It was, rest in peace, Pun, but he's definitely one that just missed the cut for me. Next up, I have EPMD. Old school, but if you're old school, you know what I'm talking about. You got to, oh my gosh, man. I mean, we could just go on and on and on and on with them. There's just so many that, you know what? Back in the days, it was just, in the videos, it was just, they just had it going on. Next up, Snoop Dogg, man. Hey, we all have probably a song that Snoop rapped on that we all love. And I mean, it's easy to understand. Now, I know you might say, well, why isn't he in the top 10? Well, I want to see who's in the top 10 that would have Snoop not be there. But for me, yeah, he's just right there. Next up is Mos Def. Man, the way his message, the way he just delivers sometimes. I mean, when he was with Black, oh my gosh, it was just, man, Mos is just there in terms of the way he delivers and presents the way his music. and also the way it makes you think, the consciousness sometimes. It's like, hmm. Next up, Mob Deep, man, heavy bass line, the lyrics, they got that Queensbridge flavor to it, man. They definitely and you know, it's just man, they just really in the name itself, Mob Deep, man, that's deep in itself. Next up, the Ill Nana Foxy Brown. Now I know many people, when it comes to female rappers, they don't put Foxy up there, but I mean, if you really were there at that point in time when she was killing it. I'm telling you, she was killing it. And the way she brought it, delivery, she's hard with it. I mean, in her flow, man, Foxy is that one. I mean, and it's not about sex appeal with her. I'm telling you, don't come at me talking about, oh, coach, you just use it. No, it's not. It's really her flow and the way she delivered and presented it. And I just love. I could sit and listen to her for hours. Next up, the Queen, Queen Latifah. I mean, man, Black Rain. Not only can she rap, but she can sing, man. But that Black Rain album just hit me. I mean, I know it was special. A lot of it dealt with, and paying homage to her brother. But yo, man, I mean, UNITY. That's all I can say, man. Queen Latifah. So those are the ones that just missed the cut right there. Big Pun, EPMD, Snoop Dogg, Mos Def, Mobb Deep, Foxy Brown, Queen Latifah. Now let's get into the top 10. Coming in at number 10 is the most beautifulest thing in the world is just like that. Keith Murray. Man, let me tell you, Keith Murray, man, there were days that I wouldn't listen to anything else. I'd just play him over and over. I'd ride in my car, riding around, and I used to have the old big system, 22-inch woofers, 10-inch tweeters, man. I had it in the box, back in the trunk, yes. And I would pump it. I also had a lift back, and Keith Murray was that one that, I would ride around cranking it up, man. Definitely, man, I love Keith Murray back in the day, man. And the way he just, touched, hit me musically, and the way he flowed, man, it's just, and if you ever saw the album, the way he just sitting there and the way he's posing and flexing, man, yo, that brother had it going on. Love Keith Murray. Coming in at 9, LL Cool J. Look, I know a lot of you young cats might not really be feeling LL, but I'm telling you, there was a time he was the king, man. I mean, you just name it. You can name song after song after song after song. I mean, Mama said, knock you out. Yo, man, are you crazy? That song was, oh my gosh, man. Woo! LL comes in at number 9 on my list, man, and I could rock with him easy. Coming in at number 8, Big Daddy Kane. Man, I mean, first of all, in terms of style and flair, I mean, he had the nice high top fade, always cut nice and smooth, nice designs with it. Always, if you had the suit on with the chains, he was always cooling, like he was the Don Dada. I mean, the ladies all around. He was, I mean, right there and alone, he had it back then. And then, when he first came out, boom, just and his flow. I mean, his flow is smooth and precise, and you heard all his words when he was rapping. I mean, he hit you hard, man. He hit you hard, but it was smooth with it. So BDK was definitely there for me. Coming in at number 7, let me tell you, I have to walk this way because of Run DMC. They basically put rap, hip hop into the mainstream, man. If it wasn't for them, it would still be mostly in the black community for the most part and touch a little bit on the outside. But they took that worldwide, man. And it was because of them, man. Remember, when they grouped up and doing "Walk This Way," man, that's a rock song that they rap to, and they just took it to another level, man. So Run DMC, man. mm. Coming in at number six, one of the artists who rapped one of my favorite songs, "Brenda Got a Baby," Tupac. Now I know. Some of y'all gonna kill me. Yo, coach, why is he so low? He should be higher. Just on my list, it's just those that I feel that hit me better. But Tupac is definitely well deserved to be in the top 10. And you know what? You want to hit me and argue? I understand. I can't debate it to a certain extent. But for me, he's number six with a lot of his things, a lot of his songs. I'm sorry, not things, songs. I mean, even when he was with Digital Underground, some of the lyrics, I mean, and the message, and I mean, Pac is just, I get it, but for me, there are just some that I feel hit me a little bit differently. So, but Tupac is definitely coming in at number six. Respect to top Pac, rest in peace, brother. Coming in at number five, Jay Z. I mean, album after album after album. I mean, his flow, his style. I mean, Hard Knock Life. I mean, we all can go song for song for song. Yes, Jay Z. And I know that's another one. Y'all gonna be like, whoa, wait a minute. Why is he so low? Should be higher. But I love Jay Z. I definitely do. But my top four, I love even more. It's just it. Coming in at number four, Jada Kiss. Now, some of y'all might say to me, well, coach, he should be lower. You could have Pac or Jay Z over him. I get it. I understand. But for me, it's just the way first of all, his voice and the way he raps. It's just, the way the songs, the lyrics, his delivery, his laugh. I mean, come on, man. You gotta love that laugh when he raps. But you know what? For me, I really love Jada Kiss. He's definitely one in a million, and I could listen to him over and over again. Coming in at number three, KRS-One, also with BDP, Boogie Down Productions. And when they first came out, KRS-One with his message, I mean, even when he was there, even in Fight the Power, man, I mean, it's just so many songs, and he helped bring to me a level of consciousness and self-pride as a young black man. I mean, I learned at an early age not to really focus too much on what people were saying and thinking about me, but he helped accentuate it and take it even to another level. And in Boogie Down Production, everything there, Miss Melody, I mean, Scott LaRock, I mean, it's just KRS-One back in those days was definitely that one for me. Coming in at number two, the Notorious B.I.G. Rest in peace, brother. But I know Ready to Die, that album. Mm, mm. I mean, you could just go on and on and on. It didn't matter. Juicy. I mean, I don't want to sit here and go into that, man. But just his delivery, like his enunciation and the way he brought about it, and his words and his flow, the smoothness with his flow, but smooth, but it was hard, man. I mean, real hard, and it touched. The way he rapped touched you in a way that just captivated you, man. It really did. You would just be like, wow, listen to this brother go. Listen to him. I mean, so Notorious comes in at number two. And number one for me will always be Rakim. I mean, everybody can talk about Jay Z, Pop, Big being number one. I get it, I understand, but for me, Rakim was, I mean, paid in full. Eric B for president, Mahogany. I mean, it's just, when he just comes and his flow is smooth and just, his consciousness involved with it. But he just, the way he presents himself lyrically is just what it is for me. It's just, ultimately, you just sit, and I mean, you can go through every album and it's just everything is the same. It's just, damn, that brother just brought it every time. And I mean, his words, the lyrics. I mean, as he said he slammed the mic and he was done, man. I mean, that's it, personification for me, man. That's my top 10. So, there you go. That's where you have it. Number 10, Keith Murray. Number 9, LL Cool J. 8, Big Daddy Kane. 7, Run DMC. 6, Tupac. 5, Jay Z. 4, Jada Kiss. 3, KRS-One, BDP. 2, Notorious B.I.G. 1, Rakim. Now, you let me know what you guys think about my list. And I'm hoping you guys really dive into that and, come at me. Come on, man. Come at me. Tell me who you would have it one or in certain positions. The honorable mention, just missed the cut, question on others who aren't there. Let me know. Let's have a discussion, man. I love it. So, but that's it. That's what I have for you today. I hope you guys really liked it. I hope it piqued your mind, caused you to think, whatever. Just, I hope you really had a good time with it. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. And always remember, turn it on and turn it up. Peace.